I want you to close your eyes. Just breathe, relax. With your eyes closed, focus on the darkness in front of you. As you look into the darkness, monitor your breathing in and out. We are going on a journey today that will lead you to a place of peace, of knowledge, and freedom. As you look into the darkness, understand that you are about to embark on a journey that will enlighten you to help you understand how important it is to believe that you have the power to control your behavior and your thoughts. Watch yourself now as you walk down the hallway, the long corridor, your right foot steps, followed by your left, your right and left, as you walk gracefully, confidently, erect and straight, and tall, and you look into the blackness of the corridor. And in the distance, as you walk, as you stride, gracefully, confidently, you see in the distance 2 doors side by side. And you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, easily, gracefully, confidently, as you walk. Your right foot steps, your left foot steps, and you stride, walking down the corridor. You get closer and closer to the doors, side by side. As you get closer to the doors, you see each one has a handle, and they meet in the middle. And you breathe as you look at the closed door. You put your right hand on the handle of the right door and your left hand on the handle of the left door, and you open them towards you, and they open easily. They float open, and what you see is darkness, but you feel confident. You do not feel fear. You feel as though you want to enter and take a step in. And you take a step with your right and your left into the darkness, and you feel the floor below your feet. And it's secure and it's stable, this floor. And the doors close behind you, and now you're in darkness. You're not afraid. It's peaceful. It's calm. And you breathe easily, gracefully, effortlessly as you're in the darkness. You feel the ground moving downward, and you look up and you see a number. The number is 1. It's light, and it's 1. And you feel the floor continuing to descend underneath your feet. And you move with the floor, your 2 feet firmly on the floor, grounded. and you look up and you see the number 2. It's lit brightly. You see its curves as the floor moves down. You continue to breathe effortlessly, confidently, gracefully, and you look up and see the number 3 lit brightly as the floor moves down. You look up and see the number 4 lit brightly as the floor continues to move, and you breathe carefully, effortlessly, confidently. As you move downward, you see the number 5. It's lit bright. It's a bright number, 5. And you know you are moving to a place of peace, a place of empowerment, a place where you will find the answers that you seek. You are feeling safe because you know you are going to a safe place. As you look up and now see the number 7, you skipped 6 because you were in thought, and now you see 7 lit brightly. And you continue to think about the place you are about to go, where this journey is taking you, and you feel no fear. There's no danger. There's no threat. I am safe. I am safe. And you look up and you see now the number 9. You're in thought and you didn't realize that you were passing the numbers by. And the number 9 is bright. It's lit. And the curves feel good and comfortable. And you feel safe as the floor stops descending. And you look up and it's the number 10. You pause for a moment in the darkness, and you are excited, and you feel no nervousness, no uneasiness. There is no danger, there is no threat. And now your body turns around, and you put your hands where the doors were, and as you touch them, they float open. And what you see in front of you is brightness. It's alive. There's activity. There's life. It looks as though there's a tree in the distance, and you see a cardinal that flies by, and you hear bluebirds, and you see grass. It looks as though it's a vibrant garden, and you feel even more protected and even more safe as you take one step with your right foot onto the garden, followed by your left, and you just stand there and you look and you feel at peace. You feel you belong here. This is where you are now, right now. And you feel, you don't even think, you feel that there's no danger, there's no threat. You know that you are safe. And you look up into the sky and you see blueness and clouds, but there's something very mysterious. It looks as though it's a rainbow, but it's not. There are different colors of the spectrum of a rainbow. They're up in the sky, just standing, sitting, alone, not moving, as though they don't belong. And through that rainbow of colors, you see an eye that's bright, that looks through. And as it looks through, you feel something coming over you, a peacefulness, a security, a guard. You feel as though it's a shield, and it feels good and safe. And you look around through the bubble, and things are clearer now. You see a reality that you never saw before, one that feels right, one that feels good. And this reality is telling you something, and you feel it, you don't hear it. It's telling you to let go, to be at peace, is to let go and let be. Let it be as it will, that is right. And you feel those words, you don't hear them. You feel the words that tell you, let your children be. Don't worry, they will be okay. They don't need you. They will be okay. You feel it around you. You feel the strength. You feel the security. You feel that you are protected. And again, you feel these words. Don't worry. You are safe. Worry has no place here in this garden. And you remember to breathe through this all. Feel safe. You feel as though you are letting the worry float away into the sky. It's floating upward. It's leaving your body. It's removing itself from your shoulders. And it's floating to the sky. And in the sky you see it disappear as though it is being consumed by the clouds, melted by the clouds as it rises. And you look up to the sky and you feel the reassurance of the colors that you see and the eye that you seem to see beyond the colors and the light that is engulfing you, that is covering you as a shield. And you feel safe. You feel as though the past is melting away and that all you have here now is the present, where you are standing, both feet firmly on the ground of this garden. It is where you belong. It is where you are safe. It is the garden of your mind, and it is connecting you with your strength. It is connecting you with the shield, and nothing can hurt you. Worry does not belong here. It is not welcome here. It is part of a nature that does not belong in this garden. This is the garden of your mind. Everything you feel and see is part of this garden. It is the garden that brings you safety and security, and that you feel always there's no danger, there's no threat. I am safe. It's time to let all of these things go. Everything that burdens you, everything that worries you, everything that concerns you doesn't belong here in this garden. There is nothing that the connection that this mind has with the stronger universe above and the colors and the eye behind the colors, there is nothing that can ever dent or hurt or cause pain or suffering to this. Everything that is right for you is here in the garden, and your feet are firmly on the ground. This will carry with you when you leave the garden. You will still be safe, because it is the garden of the mind which goes with you everywhere. It goes above the brain. It goes above your primitive nature and your worries. It is part of you. It is something that is connected with a much greater force. It is who you are. It is who you were meant to be. And all the worry, all the concern that you brought here with you to this garden is now evaporating. It's floating upward off of your shoulders, and you see it being consumed and dissipating in the clouds. And you feel safe. You feel secure. You feel peaceful. Indeed, you have come to a place where you have found yourself and your peace. Nothing matters here except who you are in this present moment. The past is not welcome here. The past does not belong here. You are here where you belong. You are safe. Anything in the past is going into the sky and being consumed by your greater divine nature that looks after you. You are divine here in the nature, in the spirit, in the garden of your mind. Let everything go. Don't burden anyone with your worry. Don't burden anyone with your concern. They need to find their own safety. They need to find their own mind. They need to find the garden of their mind, and they will find it, because you know that it doesn't belong here in the garden. Any worry, any concern, any burdens, nothing matters, because you are safe. There is no danger, there is no threat. And you look up before you're going to leave the garden, and you see all of a sudden the sky becomes a white light. It's bright and it's getting brighter. It's almost blinding, but you can see it. It engulfs you. Your eyes are wide open, yet the light is not blinding you. And you see this brightness. You see it so strong, and you feel it enter your body, giving you strength to allow everything to go, to let everything go, to let the worry, the concern, the burden go. And you feel this light in you. It empowers you. It is going to come with you as you leave the garden. And you feel this empowerment. Now you are getting ready. You look behind you now, and you see the doors have emerged. They've come back. And you have a feeling that it is now time for you to go. And you know you're going to bring this with you when you go back into the world where the primitive nature is so convincing and so strong. But you know now that this light is with you, and it will always be with you. And you know that it will bring you strength, confidence, belief, and faith. So you enter now as you open the doors. Your right foot goes in, your left foot follows, and the doors close behind you on their own. And you are now in darkness. But you look down at your hands. You look down at your feet and your legs, and you see that you are glowing with a bright light. And now you feel safe as you're going to enter. And you look up and you see the numbers. The numbers are now starting to go down. You see the number 9, and you see yourself moving upward. You see the floor beneath your feet pushing against your feet as you move upward. And you feel safe and you feel secure. You feel as though this light is coming with you and following you, and nothing can hurt you. And you move upward as your thoughts, they are accompanied by this light, and they see nothing but this light and confidence and pure potential. As you look, as the numbers are decreasing, you look up and now you see the number 5. It is lit brightly, and you look down and you see yourself glowing with this bright light, and you keep rising. And as you rise, your thoughts are filled with greatness. Your thoughts are filled with peace. You don't hear it, you feel it. You know you have let everything go, and you know now you are going to let others find their own peace. You are not going to force it upon them, because anything forced is not coming from the garden of the mind. It is coming from the primitive nature that you were soon about to come face to face with again, that is so convincing. But you have made a choice now not to believe it, not to trust it, and not to let it guide you. You are going to be guided by the garden of your mind, the brightness that engulfs you. As you raise up and you see the number 2, the number 2 is lit brightly. And you keep going upward, and you see the number 1, and you have returned back. And although it is darkness, you still see yourself bright. The light glows from you, it emanates, it radiates. and you turn around and you see that the door is open. And as you open the door, before you open your eyes, you take a step out with your right foot and then your left. And you no longer see yourselves glowing because you're in the light now of the room. You're still not going to open your eyes, but you feel that bright light in you. It burns in you and it continues to glow. That bright light is the garden of your mind. That will guide you to peace, to strength, and it will allow you the ability and the strength to let go and not influence. Because you know now that any time you influence others, it is coming from a place that is your primitive nature, a place where you need to control things, a place where you need to try to predict the future. That is what our primitive brain does. But our divine nature, through the garden of our mind, knows that what is right for us will come effortlessly, confidently, peacefully and gracefully. It doesn't have to be forced. It's not controlled. There is nothing that the past or future, nothing that can make us lose the moment, nothing that can make us doubt our belief and faith in the garden of our mind that connects us with our spiritual divine nature. Feel the ground underneath your feet and always know that you are grounded and strong with the earth. That there is a power within you that connects you with a divine force that cannot be explained by your primitive nature, that will always have your primitive nature doubting. Believe it, trust it, take direction from it, because it is no match. Primitive nature is no match for the divine nature. The divine nature comes from a source of force that is much greater, and that will allow you to let go fully, completely, authentically, honestly. And that's what you will do. As you slowly open your eyes, come back into the room, you know you are safe, you are strong, you are powerful beyond all measure that you ever knew.